but I guess we'll see, you guys. So for now, I guess that I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I've done a lot, and I've recorded more footage than I expected. So, and I still have a lot, so I need to stop. But I definitely wanted to show you guys this stuff because it's pretty important. When you come back, you're probably going to notice a lot of changes and stuff. We'll have more signs in place. The armory will look better, I'm sure, and we'll probably have the control room area started. And where we'll go from there, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to stop making plans on exactly what I'm going to do. I think doing kind of it this way makes a little more sense. And I hope you guys like the way I'm recording it now. I mean, you guys have pretty much seen me go through everything one step at a time, almost, for quite a while now. So I figured it's okay to jump around a bit, show you guys what I'm doing, stuff like that. There's still a lot of stuff to do, of course. There's no shortage. That's cool. The bridge over there. Nice. So, anyway, that's all for now, guys. See you in a bit. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everyone. QuickShot14 here. Let's play Minecraft. Done some more work, ladies and gentlemen, and it's a big deal. I've been working on the control room. We got this space kind of ironed out, and I'm going to show you what it's going to look like and all that here in just a second. But, oh, what's this? Our lock system prototype. We've seen this before. Or have we? I've worked out a new system prototype. You can see this looks very similar to like our back door, and that's exactly what you're seeing. Right now, click this, it opens. Now, besides it just going straight to the door, we have a little inverter here. And you might notice this has power, and you'll notice this goes over here to a switch. Now, this is how you do a simple lock system. As you can see here, I have a torch, and which is on. When I send power from the pressure plate, it turns that torch off and turns the one with the door on. You'll also notice that the power here goes all the way to this torch, which is right now off because it's inverted. But that's connected to the switch. So if I give the switch power, it turns this torch on, giving it power. So even if I step on here and turn that torch off, there's still power coming in here, and it will keep this torch off, therefore basically locking the door. This is a very simple concept, but I've taken it to a new level. Now obviously this is a wooden door, and I'm still using wooden doors, but I'm going to replace basically all the back entrance, side entrance, the dock entrance with stone doors. So there's one element you don't see here, and that's the entrance one. So let me show you what all this means. Let's head on up to the control room. I did decide to put it under the greenhouse, which actually worked quite nicely. It's pretty bare bones right now, but it can be expanded on later. So here is the control room. It gives us a nice clear view out of the fort here on all three sides. Being right underneath the greenhouse from the ladder hub, it's very easy to access to, so we can see everything. Sorry about the lag, guys. Okay? Now it's very bare bones, there's not much here, but we can expand it out later. The first little control we have here is this one. I have to turn that off. This is our fort lockdown. It's a very simple switch, and there's a little light to show whether or not it's on lockdown. Basically, down means it's not on lockdown, up means it is. Now, I could swap that, but I kind of like it like that. So what does it look like? Well, here's the inner workings. We have a simple redstone hooking up to here to the actual light, which makes it on or off. So if it's down, obviously it's off. Yeah. So that's how we have it. Now you'll notice here it keeps going down. Yes, this goes all the way down. This actually wasn't too bad to tunnel as I thought. I actually made a really good spot to do it, and I kept going down. And I actually hit some of the areas I mined out before and covered up. So I've been able to make use of them a little more. You see we have our first inverter here. You'll notice it's not a standard dual inverter. There's no need for it with this. We just want to continue the power flow. So you can see it continues on, we have another inverter. Continues on, and on, another inverter. It's a lot of redstone here, guys. Keep going down. I had to go around in different directions because I kept hitting some of our hallways and stuff. We're basically on the second floor here, and now we're on the underneath the first floor. Down, 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 and then finally we make our way to the first entrance. So this is all exposed, and this is the back entrance. You remember how we did the back entrance? Pretty simple before. We just set it up, hooked it up, and done. Well, now you can see we have our new setup here. So we have the actual power flow from the lock. We see our inverter here to the actual torch. Now, if this was lit, it would always give power to this, keeping it locked. We see we have another redstone which goes out to a button outside, which allows us to open the door from the outside, and so it will be stone. Still wood right now, but it will be stone. And then we have this torch here. This torch represents power flow from outside or inside to open the door. They give power to this, turns this torch off, which in turn turns this redstone off, which in turns that redstone torch on and opens the door. Complicated? Hopefully if you've been following me with my adventures with redstone, hopefully not. This took a little getting used to, but it does work quite nicely. It is night, but I'll go ahead and show it to you. So as you can see, it turns right on. As you can kind of see if you look carefully, you can see the switch as it turns the power off and on. So we come out here, here's the button. It's actually in a good range, so I can actually be pretty close to the door. Like I said, this will be replaced with an iron door. Okay, so it works. Great. How about it locking? That's a very good question. Shall we go take a look? So we head up to the control room, and right now this is the only entrance that's been wired. I still have to do the rest, but I just got this done. I'm not going to show you guys in the progress of this because it's time consuming, and it's a lot of very bare bones redstone wiring. So we have it here. I'm going to go ahead and lock it down. I hit this, turns it off here, which of course sets our inverters backwards. So now our little relays here, little extenders, are backwards. So instead of this being off like it was, now it's on, which in turn, of course, turns this torch off, which in turn, of course, turns this torch on, and so on and so forth. This works pretty good all the way down. Oh yeah, just in case you were wondering where we're at. Ta-da! Cute, huh? So we keep going in here. We have that torch on. Found some iron. That's what I was going to find out. And that's, you can see now this torch is now on. So now it's invertibly locked, just like our other display, just much farther. It doesn't. I could step on this all day long. It will not open. You can see it turned that torch off, but as you can see, there's still power coming from that other torch. What makes the key here of making this work is this connection right here. This connection between this redstone torch and this. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Why doesn't it turn this torch off? Remember, input below, output above with these type of torches, or same level. So basically only power from this level of where the torch is at or above can receive, one block above. That's why it's not affecting it. Sorry guys, let me fix this. There we go. Sorry about that. So that's why. So basically, when this torch is on, the system is locked. The door is locked. No matter how much I step on it or push the button, it will not open. Hence putting the base fort into a lockdown. Pretty neat, huh? I think it is. I was wondering if I could do something like that, and what do you know, I can. And amazingly enough, I actually was able to wire things down here without too much difficulty. I think the only time I actually ran into some problems was when I was hitting around the hallway up here and the actual block room. Let me show you. It was right about here was where I was actually hitting trouble. This is when I first hit trouble. In fact, just through this wall is the lab, and you go through this wall. Ta-da! So as you can see, I kind of had to move things around, but it worked out quite nicely. I'm very happy with this. I'm glad to see it working. I'm glad to see I have room to extend things out. Obviously, the path down here needs to head, took the wrong turn, but whatever, needs to head towards the dock, the underwater dock, and also towards the side entrance. I will also need the other one to go towards the front entrance. Now the button actually is right above this block here, right here, that block, when I'm hitting. But it does transfer power down. amazingly enough. I wasn't sure if it did or not, but I did try it. I took this block out, and it does. So that's why I've been able to hook that up. Just to show that I'm not full of shit. Oh shit. Didn't mean to do that. See? So that was really, really nice of it to actually do that. I wasn't sure if it was going to do that, but it does. So yeah, that's my locking system. That's how it works. We can head back up to the control room. Basically what's going to happen with the control room is, besides being able to do lockdown, I want it to be able to shut certain quadrants of the fort, for example. And then maybe when things get more advanced, like we actually get trap doors or floodgates or whatever, I can actually have traps and stuff set up around here, like a little control room for it. So when I see issues and stuff, I can hit traps in certain areas because I know they're coming and I've got a good view of what's going on. It's an interesting thought. It's a pretty cool idea, but I think this is my first real thing. So let's go ahead and I'm not gonna quite seal this up yet, but just so you can see how I'm gonna seal it. Pretty much everything behind here, you can probably hear it, is our actual farm and water. So that's kind of why the control room is cut off like it is. But it is kind of bare bones here, so it can be expanded, and we have room for doing redstone wiring and things of that nature. So now with the lockdown off, I can now go out that front door, or back door, sorry. Ta-da! I think that is so neat. I'm very proud of myself that I got that working pretty easily. I've come a long way with redstone. I'm getting much more comfortable with it, and that's basically the best thing. You're having issues with redstone, the best thing to do is watch stuff like this, practice it out, try it out, and just keep doing it. Keep playing with it until you get it working the way you want, and you'll start learning. That's basically what I've done. So that's it for now, guys. When we come back, hopefully I'll have the entire lockdown system in place, and I will show you that, or probably near the end of that, and we'll continue on. So please, as always, stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome back. Minecraft LP, Crystal 14 here. It's been a little bit, not for you, but for me. So I'm going to show you kind of what I did. I did have it pretty much all wired except for the front entrance, and the primary reason for that is, well, I kind of ran out of redstone, or at least I'm really low. Don't have enough to do that, so we're going to have to definitely do some mining here soon to go get some more. So that means more labyrinth coming up, which we need to do anyway. So kind of works out. But I just want to show you guys what I've got here so far before we do that, and then we'll probably take another quick break, and then we'll go right to it, or at least I will. So here's what we got. We've got our front entrance fully wired, of course. You saw what that looks like. You can see now we got it covered up. Only 2 spots now with coverings, which is quite nice. And we hit the light, boom, it opens. And there you go. Hit the button, there you go. And if we have the lockdown done, of course it close it off. I haven't done so yet, I think. No, I have done so. No, I have not. I am going to remove the tree farm door. This will make all the entrances and exits except for the underwater bridge fully secure. So you can see here, right now I've left it. I'm actually going to remove that. I just have not done so yet. Sorry for the little lag. I did have to restart Minecraft, so it's reloading everything, and you know how that can be. So of course we do have the underwater, the emergency exit here is now completely an emergency exit. It's only one way. Being a stone door, there is no way to actually activate it otherwise. That does not lock down, by the way, so it does provide an escape way out of the fortress with no way back in. So kind of important. But you know, think about if you have your friends and stuff out here, and maybe they're playing on your map with you, which is something Notch is wants to do eventually, or you can, you know, pretty much becomes a multiplayer server or whatever. That it does allow people to get out and back in, but you get the idea. The side entrance, though, is fully locked. So yes, the front or the back entrance, the side entrance are all totally done. And the underwater dock is also fully set up for it. So you can see here. Oops. So there you go.